What up, guys? It's Jules here for WhatCulture.com, joined by Josh.
Yo.
Hello, Josh. How are
Hello.
you? We're doing a double news thing today because it's E3 and the news don't sleep.
No, neither do we, apparently.
Also, just a quick question.
Yes.
Your t-shirt's got green on it.
See, this is going to be a nightmare for an editor, I've just realised. That's their problem.
Anyway, let's hit that jingle.
What's that? There's news? Oh my gosh! Guess it's time for Jules and Josh!
And we're back in the news room?
Yeah.
It's hard to say where we are today. Maybe we're in a spaceship. Who knows? Green screen, power of technology. Anyway, talking of technology, let's talk about what game wowed us the most in the Sony conference, and it has to be The Last of Us 2. They got us all involved in the church.
Well, yeah.
And they moved us to another room, and then they did their main presentation. But let's not talk about that. The Last of Us 2 dropped at E3 this year, and it looked great. And now we have some gameplay demo that came out, and we have more sort of details on what's going on. So we're going to pass on that information to you. Aren't we nice?
Lovely. Yeah, so we saw the gameplay demo, like you said, but there was also another stream with Naughty Dog yesterday on Sony's conference, because this bloody E3 thing extends far more than
This
just one
bloody
day.
E3
That's what it is
thing.
now.
We look forward to it all year,
I know
then
that
complain
it comes
about
round.
it.
But yeah, so they did another reveal yesterday where they
Yeah.
went more into details about what you were actually seeing in that
Right.
gameplay trailer. And perhaps the juiciest little tidbit they mentioned was confirming two different timelines. Because
Yeah, that was quite mad, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I watched the trailer a couple times yesterday because we were writing about it as well. And then I sort of noticed that Ellie looked a bit different in the bit where she's in the church
Versus the
versus
bit
the
which
bit where she's like murdering goons. And then they confirmed that actually the bit in the church is in Jackson where you left off at the end of the first game
Right.
at Tommy's Dam. That takes place 4 years after the end of the first game, whereas the bit where Ellie was murdering the cult is 5 years.
But that's bizarre. She looks more than 4 years older.
Yeah,
than
yeah,
that.
yeah, she does.
I mean, I'm no.
I think she's supposed to be 19, I think they said.
Fair enough.
which
Okay,
is-
that's
yeah,
right.
makes
To be
sense.
fair, though, the wasteland world that they live in does age you
It
quite
does stuff to you,
considerably.
man.
Joel's only 20. So,
Oh
yeah.
god, yeah. So so the two timelines confirmed. In my theory is right, Joel.
Oh, here we
Well,
go.
I called
Here
you
we
Joel
go.
there. I mean, the resemblance is sort of
There we
there.
go.
My theory is. So two timelines. One of them will be pre-Jackson, before something horrible happens at Jackson. The next will be after that. I think
Okay.
Joel is going to die during whatever happens in Jackson.
Whoa! And then that's what's going to spark
that's
off
what's going to
this.
spark off the rest of it.
I
Again,
like
who
that
knows?
theory, and it would make sense from a narrative storytelling perspective, because if you're going to get emotion across, you want to cut back to a thing where there's peace and calm, and there's
Yeah.
that you set up the stakes that you then lose. I mean, to be fair, that's what Last of Us did in a way.
100%.
They tried doing that as well, so makes perfect sense to me. I kind of want to see Joel die, not because I
Right.
think he's a bad character. I think he's one of the best characters that's going at the moment, but I think that in terms of emotional impact, he kind of has to die
Yeah.
or be the bad guy.
Ooh, they could
Like,
could go for it.
Because
I know.
what if he just like becomes brainwashed by this new cult that we'll talk about in
Yes,
a minute,
yes.
and he basically just goes, yeah, by the way, she's got the antivirus that's in her.
Yeah,
or whatever.
and then-
But yeah, we'll talk about. But anyway, so one of the things that we didn't see in the announcement trailer was any infected enemies.
Yeah,
There was a lot of
yeah.
noise going on, a lot of gunshots, a lot of things going on, and at no point did any of the clickers come in or anything like that. And at the time, I didn't find it too strange because we'd already established that they will be there
Yeah.
in the previous release trailer where they had the hanging thing
Yes.
that nearly went on. But now we have confirmed that we have new infected enemies. Obviously, time has moved on.
Yep.
The disease, I guess, has turned them majoritively into like sculptures, I guess,
Well,
because that's what
yeah.
happens. You grow, it keeps growing, and you become more immobile as
Yeah.
you do it. So, who knows?
I
what's
mean,
going on there.
who knows? Yeah, exactly. Who knows? Like they confirmed that the infected will be expanded upon from the first game, but also like we'll see new classes of infected. I don't know where they go from here because I mean, you got like the big bloaters, you get the people
Yeah.
who can barely move. You've got the clickers, obviously, who are the most dangerous, arguably the most dangerous enemies in that first game. And
Yeah.
we, like you said, we haven't seen much about this. I assume they have to be the focus of the next reveal.
Maybe it could be the fact that the dual timeline that we were talking about 4 years ago, it was all clickers and infected, and 5 years, it's all humans.
You know, that could be like a really cool way to do
like
it.
they
because-
find a way to get rid of them.
Yeah.
And then, but that sparks a brand new problem.
Yeah, that's I never even thought about that. That's a really
Maybe.
interesting way to
Dunno.
go about it. I mean, obviously we're taking for granted that the two timelines will be this 4-year, 5-year thing.
Yeah,
but
I
in
mean,
our,
it may not be.
We still haven't seen anything more from Laura Bailey's character,
Nope.
who is still theorized to be Ellie's mum. So
I
we
know,
could
yeah,
go
yeah.
back between those two. It could be a bigger jump than we're expecting. Either way, there's going to be two timelines, more infected, and a couple more details were revealed, like bigger sandbox areas.
Which I mean, to be honest, I get a bit. I'm in two minds about this.
Okay.
In one, I'm like brilliant because it allows more sort of scope on how you approach like missions and things like that. But I did really kind of like the linear experience of Last of Us because it's sometimes being linear is a good thing. If you have a story to tell and you have a level designed in mind, then that is how you should do it. You shouldn't just say like, oh, here's a giant sandbox. Like just you might mess up a tightly scripted event that would have been much cooler had it been just down a few corridors.
I'm kind of with you. I hope they sort of find a balance. I thought The Last of Us, the original one, got a great balance between those linear set pieces and the quiet time where it was just you and Ellie sort of exploring houses, like scavenging, like getting
that worked
dispersed.
perfectly for me. That did.
And I think
I was just gonna say because you could still miss secrets, and I think that's another thing. If they're just gonna make this bigger so they can chuck more bloody Firefly tokens in again.
Oh man, those were really annoying to find. I
Not
platinumed that
as
game.
annoying as the jokes. The jokes, because I'm a huge fan of bad puns. So when I found the jokes, I was like, oh, brilliant. I get rewarded with a bad dad joke. Like,
great.
I could have come up with this myself.
I suppose after that we've got a jump button. There is a jump button now.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. I think that many people would get annoyed about like, why can I not get over this slightly waist high wall?
They did mention, we saw this in the trailer as well, that it's a far more vertical game. You can go pro, you can like vault up places. Apparently dodging and evading is now an integral part of combat, which makes sense. Like,
it's Ellie's style because Joel was one of those guys, take a hit, move forward. He was the tank. Ellie is sort of more sort of lithe. She'll be dodging around, and I think that works for her character pretty well.
Yeah, I guess the final thing they revealed was actually the name of the cult that we've seen in the past two trailers.
Oh, yeah.
Which is Seraphite, if I'm getting this right.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say what that is. I'm sure that if I was a linguistic specialist, I'd be able to dissect the words into seraphim, like it's like an angel.
Yeah,
sort of thing,
I guess.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Well,
Seraphite, maybe it means it's just kind of like, if they are going down the whole sort of like, glory be to God, and God's the only one that's going to save us. I mean, we've seen that sort of zealotism done before. I hope that there's something a bit more to it than that, because you're no different from the Resident Evil, Far Cry 5, like, you know what I mean, where they've just done the whole sort of like, God is good and I'm gonna smack thee sort of thing. Boring.
We've seen that, exactly like you said, we've seen that before, so I hope they put a spin on it. Naughty Dog did say that it won't just be like a black and white morality thing between them, as you'd expect from The Last of Us, but we haven't really seen that so far in the trailers. But like the cult so far has been the straightest sort of bad guys we've seen in The Last of Us game so far. They're just out there disemboweling people, like spreading their religious rhetoric and stuff.
Because in the first game you had the bandits and they were unquestionably bad people, but they were doing it out of survival and against the sort of oppressive militaristic thing, which I'm hoping we'll see more of. Because inside the city we got a big taste of what life was like there under the boot of, like, you know, all under your cops. So like it would be quite nice to see a few more of them come into this one, maybe. Or like, at least attack the compound once in a while, because they will see their new civilization as a threat to their own one.
Because even that military force in the first one was like an unquestionably sort of negative thing, and you got a bit more of that in the Left Behind DLC, but even then it was sort of swept like under the rug. It's weird that they would sort of bring that up and not really go into it, so we might see more of that.
I'd say what I was really hoping for from this game, which they haven't delivered, and I'm not saying I'm disappointed, I'm just saying it could have been a nice tangent, would have been if they had developed some real nutcases who believed that the clicker virus, Clickadacus, whatever it's called, is like the next step in human evolution, returning to Earth, Gaia. Like, it's a peaceful thing, and they willingly submit themselves to the spores and stuff like that.
That would be sweet.
Love that.
That would be sweet. There's like
the children of Atom from Fallout 3.
Exactly. That would be cool. And who knows? This might be what the cult's MO all is.
Yep.
I think that's about it. We've got 2 timelines confirmed, wider breadth of infected, more gameplay options, more verticality, and the fact that the cult is hopefully not just going to be a bunch of baddies.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much to look forward to in this game, and as soon as any more details come out, we will be sure to let you know straight away. Let us know if you are hyped about this game down in the comment section below. And as always, I've been Jules.
I've been Josh.
You've been awesome, and we'll speak to you soon.
Bye.